Hello. Today I want to show you how to create a guitar pluck string on the Nord Modular G2. Let's take a look at the editor. For those who are not familiar with the Nord Modular G2, it's a modular synthesizer, but a digital one. So here in the editor we can load modules and connect to each other with cables. Let me unplug all the cables and we will begin. Okay, so this is the guitar patch, but unplugged. Let's take a look at the first module, which is noise. I will connect it just for a second or two to the output. And you can hear noise. It's constant noise because we're not going through an envelope, but let's go through an envelope and we will connect the output of the envelope to the output module. Okay, we're skipping few modules here, but we will get back to them in just a minute or two. Okay, so now if I press a key, we can hear noise. It is very short because this is an attack, hold, and decay envelope. Let's increase the hold time so we can hear the noise. This noise is actually between white noise and something like a pink or brown noise. Okay, let's start with white noise, but we will change it later. The hold time is going to be very short. Something like this. This is our starting point. Now we will take this short burst of noise and it is going to go through something called OSC string, which is basically pretty similar to comb filter, and I will explain about it in just a sec. Let me reset this module. Okay, so what this module is actually doing, it is a delay engine. Okay, this noise is going to go through this delay engine, and the delay time is taken out of the note that we press. If I press note that is 200 Hertz, so the delay time is going to be 200 times in 1 second. Let's take a look with a low note. Let's just connect the oscillator string to the output. And we can hear the noise that we started with being delayed, and the delay time is actually the frequency of the note that we press. So if we will press a higher note, it's going to be faster and higher, and a higher note. And that's the basic principle of our string sound. The decay parameter here is just for how long this delay line is going to stay. And we have a high dump. So this high dump is just reducing high frequencies during this delay line. And you can see how it's becoming a string sound. But we can hear that the sound is pretty thin. So we can use the noise that we started with and add lower frequencies. As this noise is getting more like a brown noise, we have lower frequencies in our sound. But the problem is, when I release a key, the sound doesn't stop. So we can go through another envelope that will not affect the decay of the sound. You see the sustain is on maximum, but it has a release, meaning that if I lose a key, the release is going into action and immediately decrease the volume of the sound. Another module here in the middle is an HP filter, which I just used to emphasize the lower frequencies with resonance. That's with and without. And another module is a mixer that I just use to have a control over the volume, and I use this control with velocity. So if I press the note softer, the sound is going to be quieter, but if I press it hard, the sound is going to be increased. The decay time is also affected by the velocity. I also had to use keyboard tracking to control the decay and the dump, just to make the sound more even through the keyboard. And we can bend notes with the pitch stick. So, if you also have a Nord Modular G2, I'd be happy to hear what sounds did you made with it. Thank you very much and see you next time.